Thank you for taking the time to watch this presentation on the resurrection of Jesus, the Messiah. Just to reiterate, Part 1 was the introduction. Part 2 answered the question, did Jesus resurrect physically? Part 3 answered the question, did Jesus resurrect spiritually? And now Part 4, which is the last video in this series, concludes our discussion on the resurrection of Jesus, the Messiah. The two main questions we have been dealing with are, first, did Jesus resurrect? And the second one, do the words "he has risen from the dead" mean that Jesus came back to life? After watching the other presentations, I think you are wondering, if Jesus did not resurrect physically, if he did not resurrect spiritually, what then happened? Why did the angel say that he has risen from the dead? What did the angel mean by that? Let me say this. Thank you for asking all these questions, because we are going to answer them in this presentation. Truthfully, there is only one answer to the question whether Jesus resurrected. And the answer is, Jesus did not resurrect, but he did indeed rise from the dead. I really want you to understand and remember this. Saying that Jesus did not resurrect does not mean that he was not the Messiah. Jesus was indeed the Messiah sent by God to save sinful humanity. However, he did not need resurrection to prove his messiahship, neither did he need crucifixion. The angel of the Lord was absolutely right to say that Jesus rose from the dead. Here is the true meaning of "he has risen from the dead." Remember, there is more explanation on this issue in my book, The Messiahship of the Lord. You know, we need to realize that the sphere of the spirit world close to us is hell, which is actually dominated by Satan. And that everybody who died before Jesus went to hell. I know it may be very difficult for some people watching this video to conceive that all of the people who died before Jesus, say for instance John the Baptist and others, went to hell. We need to realize that there are many levels in hell. Not all the levels are the same. They are all different. Some levels are higher than others, some are better than others, and some are brighter than others. Now, when Jesus died on the cross, his spirit went into the spirit world. Again, it may be very difficult for some people to accept what I am going to say here, but it is the truth and it must be understood. When Jesus took his last breath, his spirit went into hell first. From there, he opened the way to a level that is higher than hell. And that level is what we call paradise. So Jesus went into hell first and then opened paradise from hell. Now, the fact that Jesus opened a new and better sphere in the spirit world, a sphere that God can control, most of the spirits who served God while on earth could therefore be liberated from hell, as indicated in Matthew chapter 27 from verse 51 to verse 53. Their transition from hell into paradise is spiritual resurrection. This is because hell is the realm of the dead, meaning dead in the flesh and spirit. And paradise, on the other hand, is the realm of the living spirits, also known as forgiving spirits. Do you want good news? Now, that is good news. Jesus opened a path to liberate souls from the dungeon of hell into paradise. Hallelujah. Now, the process of transitioning from the realm of the dead, which is hell, into the realm of the living spirit, which is paradise, is spiritual resurrection and salvation for all those who dwelled in hell before Jesus stopped by there. Hallelujah. Woo! However, I must insist that transition, even though Jesus went the same process, he went into hell, from hell, he opened paradise, went into paradise. That transition is not spiritual resurrection for Jesus. Why, you ask? Because Jesus was not spiritually dead. For him, it was simply a transition. You know, there would have been no hope for those who died before Jesus if Jesus did not stop by hell before going into paradise. By the same token, there would have been no hope for those who have died after Jesus if Jesus did not stop by hell before opening up paradise. Do you want to know why it is important to understand and believe that Jesus did not resurrect? It is important because understanding and believing that Jesus did not resurrect will help you establish a better relationship with Jesus. Remember, it is Jesus who saves, not the cross. Jesus, the Messiah, saves. Once again, the good news is not that Jesus died. The good news, however, just as originally proclaimed by the angel almost 2,000 years ago, is Jesus rose from the dead. So as you go on with your life, remember that Jesus did not resurrect, but he did indeed rise from the dead. Thank you for watching, and may God bless you.